All right, we got a good one today. So what are the 7 best ways to actually build wealth? And this is not according to me, it's according to financial planners. Stay tuned. All right, so number 1 is going to be figuring out your net worth. And why is this important? This is actually really important because if you don't know what your net worth is, you can't actually track it every year, and you can't tell if you're actually going up or down because you always make purchases. It could be a house, it could be something else. But you want to know what your net worth is each year, and then actually at the end of the year, you know which direction you're going in. And actually that's how you gain wealth, is actually first of all understanding where you are. All right, so number 2 is going to be just saving automatically. And it seems really simple, but just think about that for a second. A lot of people say, oh, I'm going to save all the money that I have right now, or if I have a little bit left at the end of the month, I'm going to put that into the bank and things like that. Financial planners say the best way to actually gain wealth and become a millionaire later in life is basically to just save automatically. So what that means is you take a chunk of money and you actually move it from your checking account to your savings account or to an investment, and you do that no matter what each month, and you do as much as you can, and then you live off the rest of it. But you want to make sure you don't see it, or you don't actually have to think about it, and you actually just do it automatically. And that's a huge key to this, is actually doing it without actually having to think about it every month and just putting it into the bank, some automated method. And basically there's places like Betterment that's out there. Betterment is a place that allows you to do this, but I mean almost any online account will let you do this as well. So just keep that in mind, that these are important. That's number 2. All right, number 3 is a really simple one, and you've heard this a million times. It's take advantage of your 401k, especially your employer, if they match. So for example, if you basically are getting a certain amount of money matched, you want to go ahead and put as much money in so you can get the complete match from your employer. It's another way, basically another method of doing it without actually realizing that you're saving, because it obviously takes it out of your paycheck. But beyond that, there's a bunch of different advantages to it, and one of it's going to be just basically you pay tax. Once you remove that money and you put it into obviously a 401k, you're paying less tax on your money at the end of the year, and you get those tax benefits. Obviously, they get taxed later, but still you're getting those tax benefits from your paycheck. Plus, you're building wealth early. All right, so number 4 is going to be looking at your cash flow. And this is going to be, again, coming from financial planners. They see a lot of people that actually want to save, they want to gain wealth, but they don't have any idea where their money is going every month. I've done this a few times, actually when I started dating. I'm married now, but when I started dating, you go out to dinner, 4 times a week, 5 times a week, and things like that. By the end of the month, you can look at your savings, or look at your where your money is going, and you're realizing you're spending $800 on food just going out every month. So these are things that you really want to definitely curtail, and the only way to do it is to know exactly what you're spending, and then from there you can actually just pick and choose what's important to you, and try to kind of pick things that are spending a lot of money that you don't really use that much. It could be Netflix or something like that, or it could be little things, or it could be big things like obviously trying to stay in and eat inside. But not knowing where you are, it's going to really be hard to save or gain wealth. So according to financial planners, that's really important as well. All right, number 5, according to financial planners, is going to be keep your money growing. So a lot of people will actually save, and they end up putting it into a normal savings account like Bank of America or something like that, and they're getting 0.001%, which is basically nothing. I mean, it would take over 20,000 years to become a millionaire at that. So basically what you want to do, in fact, you lose money because of inflation. So what you really want to do is always keep your money growing, and they recommend at least a 2 to 3%. You can get some of those. You used to be able to get some of those in some of these high rate savings accounts, but obviously interest rates are dropping now. But you want to go with dividend stocks and things like that. I mean, really, really safe dividend stocks. Things that maybe are you can do mutual funds and things that have mixes of stocks and bonds. But basically you want to shoot for at least that 3 to 5, 6% that you want to actually have your money growing. Some people want to, when you're younger, you have a lot more opportunity to go for higher gains, obviously, when you're older. But, you always want to get at least that amount of money in order to gain wealth. Otherwise, you're never going to get there. So just keep that in mind. That's one of the things that they always tell you. Financial planners always want you to keep your money growing. All right, according to Financial Planners, number 6 is going to basically be make it a top priority or a goal to save money. And this is kind of, again, it seems pretty repetitive, but it's going to be more or less make it a goal or make it a top priority. Meaning, if something comes up, let's say you have a refrigerator that breaks or something like that, a garage door opener or something like that, don't take your savings and actually spend it on that. Always have an emergency fund that you've actually created for those type of things, and always make sure you continue with your savings every single month, no matter what, unless of a dire emergency. Even if you can't afford, you have to pick the garage up for a week, for a month or two, until you get the money a different way instead of taking out of your savings. Just do that. Always keep a priority of savings. That's what they say. Be consistent. Consistency is like those are the type of people that become millionaires, and that's what the financial planners always say. Just do not, always have an idea. A lot of people that don't save always have a reason for not saving. Obviously, it's my nephew's birthday. My daughter needs this. Things like that. Obviously, if it's really important, do it. But at the end of the day, you're not going to get there unless you're consistent. All right, and the final one is, obviously everyone knows, is just be patient. So patience is key in this, and that's number 7 from Financial Planners, is you have to be patient. Obviously, when you're about 20, 25 years old, you can save, I think it's just a couple $100, $300 or something like that each month. And by the time you retire, you'll have over $1 million. As you get to 30, 40, really, like let's say 40 to 50, you're talking multiple thousands of dollars a month you have to save, $3,000, $4,000 a month versus saving only $300 and something when you're in your 20s. So it's really important to start early and just be consistent. I mean, obviously everyone makes different types of revenue and things like that into your household. So you might be able to save only a little bit or a lot, but try to save, generally about, 10 to 20%, 20 aggressively, but 10 to 20% of your saving, of your revenue, or your income, I guess, is what you call, not revenue, but income. But basically try to save that per year if you can. Anything lower than that's going to take a little bit longer, but at least it's something. Just set goals. And but according to Financial Planners, those 7 things, if you follow them, obviously time is a hard one, because if you don't have it, you don't have it. But hopefully a lot of people watching have that time. If you don't, though, you just have to do a little bit more, increase those savings up, way above 10%. Maybe to that 20 to 30% a year, which is doable usually with older people that have higher incomes. So anyways, that's what they tell you. So one other thing too is, if you guys can please support my channel. I do make about 2 to 3 videos a week. I actually do a lot on like Macs, and I do Apple stuff, and I do PC stuff and tech reviews, but I do a lot of financial planning, just like I'm doing now. I also do stocks. I pick dividend stocks and things like that. But if you can definitely help support my channel, trying to get my subscriber rate up and get up to that 1,000 mark. So go ahead and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Check out my channel, and wait for the next video. It should be coming in a day or two. Bye.